The world starts 2020 with Angela Merkel talking about climate change, Greta Thunberg changing the dynamic for climate change and for renewables. Is the world going to see a pivotal shift this year in your business?
I mean, climate change is a critical and a very important global agenda. We cannot ignore that. Our business is focused on sustainable development, future technologies and renewable energies. 2019 has been great for Masdar. We've been very active. We entered new geographies. We started the year with our entry into North America, into the United States. And then we got awarded the largest wind project in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, 400 megawatt. It's actually, in fact, the largest wind farm in the region. Then we have also been chosen with our consortium member EDF for the largest hybrid solar solution in the Kingdom of Morocco, Noor Middelt. We've then announced our entry into a very, very important market in South Asia, which is the Indian market, alongside the Mondial family and the IFC with Hero Future Energy.
So where is the natural next development for you? Will it be Australasia or will it be to developed markets?
Developed markets will continue to be a focus for us. We've started, 12 years ago. We focused our capital deployment into Northern Europe, particularly the United Kingdom, which we still are investing in. We'll continue in advancing our offshore portfolio in the kingdom. We've launched a fund with the UK government on the electrification of mobility late 2019. So our path in terms of our capital deployment will continue to developed countries, but also developing countries. So we've started in India with the Mondial family and the IFC through Hero Future Energy. We have around 2 gigawatt of renewable energy projects in India. But through that platform, we are also expanding our position in Southeast Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, Bangladesh. And we, as Masdar, are advancing our positions in Southeast Asia through direct investment, like the first and the largest solar PV, floating PV in Indonesia, which will be signed actually with the visit of the president in Abu Dhabi.
What are the other key geographies for you this year that you want to make a statement in?
Well, I just came back from Baku, for example. Just came back from Baku yesterday. We've signed the largest and the first solar project in Azerbaijan. Before that, we've signed with the Uzbeks. So Central Asia will continue to be a great potential for development.
What size will that be? What size will that
the one in the Uzbekistan, we got awarded 100 megawatt, and we will be executing, also signing a 400 megawatt wind development. But what's also exciting for us is Australia.
What are you going to do there?
Through this platform, we would like to announce our entry in Australia, particularly Western Australia, with our partners, Tribe Infrastructure and Advisory. We are developing the second waste-to-energy plant in Australia, in west of Australia, 300,000 tons of municipal and industrial waste. Waste is a major problem globally. So one of the main solutions to tackle the waste issue is waste to energy in terms of technology.
How much capital are you going to deploy in Australia then?
We just closed financial $500 million Australian dollars, the financial close, which was 23rd of December this year. It was not announced, so I'm announcing it here with you today.
I always like it when you break a bit of news with me. What about Saudi Arabia? I mean, you've been bidding like Billy O on contracts in Saudi Arabia.
Indeed.
Have you anything to tell me about Saudi?
We are extremely busy in Saudi Arabia. We broke ground with Domitul Jandal, which is our wind farm. So hopefully by 2020, the operation will start, the commercial operations. We are also, alongside Saudi Electricity Company, we are one of the bidders on the Red Sea project, which is a flagship project under the umbrella of PIF. We are also participating with the Ribdo project, which are multi-tenders for solar and wind. By the end of this month, we will see some of these results coming up in terms of these ongoing tenders.
Okay, so these ongoing tenders, just give me some kind of monetary value in terms of what could come through in Saudi Arabia.
We're talking about billions and billions of US dollars.
2
just
billion,
2020.
5 billion, I just need a little
in terms of renewable energy, the RIPDO, we have around ongoing tenders. You're talking about around 2 gigawatts of projects. The Red Sea project by itself as a holistic utility, which we are participating in as one of the consortium bidders, you're talking about $1 billion plus. So there is a lot of activities, directly and indirectly.
Okay, so you're going to be busy in Central Europe, Australia. I want to circle back to the UK. The first time since 1882, the UK has produced more power from wind, solar, renewables than it has from fossil fuels. How much more capital will you deploy in the UK? Are you tempted, even as Brexit rumbles on?
We are committed to the United Kingdom. We have been committed to the United Kingdom since the early days of Masdar. So we were the first to invest in the offshore wind developments in the United Kingdom, with the largest wind farm, offshore wind farm at that time in the world, the London Array project, along our partners. And we will continue to deploy capital. We are expanding the Dudgeon offshore wind farm alongside our partners. It's a 400 megawatt. We are expanding that to double in the next few years. So our commitment to the United Kingdom will continue, and we'll continue deploying further capital in the kingdom, I would say, in the hundreds of millions of pounds.
What is the biggest risk to the demand side for your business? We talk about the demand challenges in the fossil fuel industry. What's the biggest challenge on the demand side for your business?
Well, in terms of the demand is growing, particularly in the developed world. When we look at Asia, for example, the demand is there. The population growth is there. The growth in the economy, we are talking average of 4% an annual growth in these countries. The access to power in these countries is also still limited. The consumption per capita, when you look at India, Indonesia, Thailand, it's still much below than the developed world. So the demand is there. We know it is there. The challenge is the infrastructure, the accessibility of these infrastructure, and in certain areas, particularly in Southeast Asia, land is also an issue. And that's why when we start thinking about Southeast Asia, we thought about creative solutions like the solar PV, floating solar PV in Shirata, Indonesia, which will be a groundbreaking solution for that region.